And if he's in the box, he's coming, and he's coming hard and fast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to On the Bear Tonight, the Applebee's of YouTube football shows. The Bears and their newfound high-flying offense have returned to the banks of Lake Michigan to welcome the Dolphins and their head coach, NFL concussion expert Mike McDaniels. Meet the new Bears. They're a little like the old Bears from about a week ago. Ryan Poles is doubling down on the whole rebuilding thing, trading away high-value players at the trade deadline like Robert Quinn and Roquan Smith in exchange for draft capital in the upcoming draft. But the biggest move of the trade deadline, in my opinion, was picking up wide receiver Chase Claypool from the Steelers. Poles added a dangerous weapon for Justin Fields, something that he really doesn't have a lot of at the moment. Claypool is going to need some time to learn the offensive system that Luke Getsy has set up, but he's still on contract for another season and a half, so he'll have plenty of time to catch up. The week before this Dolphins game, we saw just how explosive Justin Fields can be against the Dallas Cowboys. We also saw how dogshit this Bears defense could be. It's a weird feeling to have as a Bears fan. It's almost always been that the offense blows chunks and the defense is phenomenal. Now it's the opposite. They're welcoming the Dolphins into Soldier Field. The winners of the Butt Punt Bowl are riding high at 5 wins and 3 losses. This Dolphins team is dangerous when Tua Tagovailoa isn't suffering from an actual concussion. It helps when he has 2 really good wide receivers in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Well, could the Bears defense actually stop an NFL offense this week? Well, let's take a look. The Bears offense gets the first stab of the day. Fields tries to throw a pass to Chase Claypool, but because the Dolphins corner was holding him, the play gets called off for pass interference. Hey, great call, ref. I'm sure the refs are going to do a great job today of calling those pass interferences. The offense stalls out deep in Finn's territory, but Cairo Santos kicks a field goal to put the Bears on the board first, 3-0. The defense, unsatisfied with their garbage performance last week against the Cowboys, say, "We can do worse than that," and proceed to continue where they left off. The Dolphins move down the field with ease, and they get the first touchdown of the game to go up 7-3. But Fields answers back, something he's been doing a lot lately. He continues to use his feet to scramble for first downs, and uses some run pass option trickery to find Cole Kmet for a touchdown. Bears up 10-7. The Bears defense still sucks. The Dolphins once again move down the field with ease, and a Tyreek Hill touchdown puts them back up 14-10. The Bears' high-flying offense is stopped on 3rd down, and they're forced to take a punt. Damn! Oh wow, a blocked punt! That only happens like less than 1% of the time, and it happened to us. Well, fantastic. A special teams touchdown for Miami makes the score 21-10. The offense gets back on the field. Our Christian quarterback continues to march down the field and throws an absolute dime to Darnell Mooney for a touchdown. Fields and friends cut the deficit to 17-21. And praise Jesus Christ, because the Bears defenders actually stop the Dolphins and keep them to just a field goal attempt. And the Dolphins kicker misses a field goal to end the first half. You see there, that's why they call it the Windy City, my friend. But the Dolphins get the ball first to kick off the second half, and the Bears defense decides that they're all done trying to actually stop the Dolphins. Tua rolls out to throw a touchdown to Waddle. Fins up 28-17. How will Fields answer?
Jones the block at the left tackle. Time for Fields. Now he'll accelerate to get the first down and break tackles, and he's off to the races. Oh, he got a terrific block down there by Mooney. He's in for 6.
I'm going to come.
You can't stop Justin Fields. You can only hope to contain him. They add a 2-point conversion to cut the Dolphins' lead to 28-25. Now would be a good time for the Bears defense to actually make a stop. Oh, well, I guess they're not doing that. Alright, well, another Dolphins touchdown and they bring their lead back up 35-25. But now we've reached the point of the game where both teams' offenses don't really want to do anything. A punt for the Bears and a turnover on downs for the Dolphins, and the Bears need to get themselves some mother freaking points here. And they do. Kmet gets open and Fields tosses him a touchdown pass. In 2 games, Kmet has scored 3 touchdowns. Before the Dallas game, he had 2 touchdowns in his entire NFL career. That's the Justin Fields effect, baby. Jalen Waddle can come up with a catch, but the refs gift him a DPI call to move the chains for Miami. How is this defensive pass interference? But it works out, somehow. The Dolphins are too scared that their kicker is going to miss again, so they try to go for it on 4th and 1, and they fail. But the Dolphins defense stops Fields on a 3rd and long. Tua gets a chance to seal the game, but he misses a wide open Waddle, so they have to punt the ball away and give the Bears one last chance. 1:30 is left on the clock. It's 3rd and 10. Fields throws a ball to Chase Claypool, which he can't catch because 2 Dolphins defensive backs literally held him before he could catch the ball. Is this called for DPI? Of course not. I'm blind, I'm deaf, I want to be an NFL ref. The next play on 4th and 10, Fields throws a pass to St. Brown that goes right through his fucking hands. Game over. Bears lose to not only the Dolphins, but also to the NFL refs. I guess they must have had money on this game. I hope they did, because if not, they just suck at their jobs, and should be fired. But it's not all that bad. It's another Bears loss where we watch Justin Fields and say,
"Oh my fucking god! No, get the camera!"
I'm now going to make a very bold statement that Justin Skylar Fields is the best quarterback in Bears history. I know that says more about how the Bears have historically sucked donkey-dong at picking quarterbacks rather than how good Justin Fields is, but I wouldn't be saying such a statement if Justin Fields wasn't the goddamn man. In this game against the Dolphins, he set the record for most rushing yards by a quarterback in a regular season NFL game at 178 yards. Let me remind everybody about that. A Bears quarterback set an NFL record, and it was for something positive. I've been waiting my entire life for the Bears to get a quarterback like this. A team that is over 100 years old and has historically sucked major loads of ass at finding talent at this position has finally gotten it right. Oh, and he also threw for 3 touchdowns. Can't forget about that. Now let's shift our attention towards the receivers. Newly acquired Chase Claypool didn't really have the most noteworthy day, although a large part of that is because of the refs. He's still impressed, and once he gets caught up with Luke Getsy's playbook and schemes, I'm sure he'll be much more effective. The only guy in the receiver corps who I had a problem with today was ESB, who needed to make that damn catch. 4 of the 6 Bears losses can be pinned directly to the Bears receivers absolutely failing to make basic NFL catches. This is an area that the Bears still need to focus on and improve on in the offseason. Speaking of things that need to be improved on, the defense. It's the same issues we saw last week against Dallas. The front 7, that's this area of the defense in case you don't know, still sucks massive amounts of balls. It's a far cry from last season when the Bears' front 7 was still one of the better ones in the NFL. Removing 4 Pro Bowlers in the name of a rebuild will have that effect. And the secondary struggled a bit more today trying to take on the speedy wide receiver duo of Hill and Waddle. The score? Bad. The results? Good. It's been like this way for the past couple of Bears losses, but in a rebuilding year, these are the games you want to see. The players who you want to keep around succeeding. It's now time for the Best Bear Boy Award. Who the hell else is it going to be? It's going to have to be Justin Fields for the 3rd straight week. I mean, for crying out loud, he set an NFL record. It's time to go around the NFL to see some quarterbacks who are not as exciting as Justin Fields. The Colts and the Patriots used to be a premier matchup in the NFL. Manning and Brady, Luck and Brady, who could forget such great matchups? Too bad the Colts front office has decided to only use hand-me-downs as quarterbacks for the past couple of seasons, and they've now sunk into the depths of the NFL. Colts QB Sam Ehlinger was sacked 9 times. His opposite, Mac Jones, played somewhat better, but not by much. It was a game that featured only 1 touchdown scored by either team's offense. What a game. The Colts would go on to lose, but the Colts management has had enough. Head coach Frank Reich has been fired. What a great organization. He never gave the guy a long-term solution at the QB spot, only offering him garbage scrap replacements like Carson Wentz or Matt Ryan. Andrew Luck retired in 2019, guys. You've had 4 seasons to try and fix this position and just ignored it. What a shit show. And thank Christ this is not my football team. The Buffalo Bills destroyed the New York Jets this past Sunday afternoon in the Meadowlands. I assume I haven't actually watched all the game yet. Let me check on that real quick. What the hell? How the hell did the Bills lose to the Jets? Is this real? Is this real life? Yes, somehow. Josh Allen was able to rush for 2 touchdowns. The problem? That's all he could muster against the Jets. It doesn't really help when the NFL refs don't call this a kind of obvious DPI and Sauce Gardner at the end of the game. I see that this is a league-wide issue. Very nice. The Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams played in a very boring game. Back in January, these 2 teams played in an absolute shootout and combined for 57 total points scored. In this game, the 2 teams combined for less points scored than the Bears did. Tom Brady was able to get himself a last-minute touchdown to put himself over the Rams, and that was only because he was given this chance because his defense is otherworldly. Tom Brady played like booty cheeks this entire game. Matthew Stafford also played like booty cheeks. It's good to see that Matthew Stafford's performance last season was a total fraud. He still sucks. You can take the quarterback away from the Lions, but you can never take the Lions out of the quarterback. And here is your weekly reminder that Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers have lost, this time to the Detroit Lions. I savor every Packers loss I've gotten this season. It brings me great joy to see that we are witnessing the end of the Aaron Rodgers era, an era of football I have been forced to witness since I was 12. I'm 26 now, I hate my life. Well, the Bears have had to deal with some tough competition over the past couple of days, but things on paper get easier for their next game. They're taking on the Detroit Lions. And to give you his predictions for next week's game, Chicago's greatest sports reporter and sports predictor, Tony Romano.
The Lions are the ultimate joke of an NFL franchise, and this season is no exception. People thought head coach Dan Campbell was going to be able to help out this team and make improvements to get to the next level with his grit philosophy. Yeah, I'll tell you what grit stands for. Get ready, it's trash. The trash being the Detroit Lions, of course. Their quarterback, Ryan Gosling, trash. Their offense, trash. And their defense, again, it's trash. And their head coach might be an idiot. The Lions are coming off a win against the Packers, but you know, the Packers suck now, so it's not like that's that much of an achievement. The Bears better win this crap easily. I'm predicting Bears 70, Lions 3.
That's a little too much, Tony. I don't think the Bears are going to win by that much.
Whoa, hey, who's the game predictor here? I'm the guy that Vegas sports books look to for game predictions. Stay in your lane.
Fair enough. Well, Justin Skylar Fields. He's the goddamn man. Will he continue to dazzle us, or will he come back down to earth and make me look like a crazy person for hyping him up so much? Hopefully it's the former and not the latter, but we'll have to wait for next week to see. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Good night, God bless, and go Bears.